Hello everybody, this is Sean Dye with Ally Tax Advisory Group. Thank you for tuning in. We have created this video for you folks out there who are going to be making your second installment for your pass-through entity tax with the California Franchise Tax Board. And the second half of the video is going to show you how to make your first payment for tax year 2023, which, by the way, is going to be essentially the greater of $1,000 or half of what you were liable for tax year 2022. We'll try to cover that a little bit more later, but let's dive in and see how we can make this payment, because I know, even I struggle with it sometimes. It could be a little bit complicated. All right, so the first thing you want to do is actually go in and jump into the Franchise Tax Board, which is basically ftb.ca.gov. And in the middle of the page, as you can see over here, you can see the option to pay. So you want to go ahead and click that payment. Bank account, credit card, or payment plan. We always prefer clients to make these payments out of your bank account. Credit cards are a backup option. But obviously there's going to be a fee associated with that. So typically we like to go ahead and just choose a bank account. So we're going to choose bank account here. And obviously this is a business payment. So what you want to do is pick use web pay for business. You click on that. And the next thing is going to take you is going to be the entity type. So if it's a corporation, a limited liability company, or a partnership. Remember, this is only for pass-through entity, and that's why you don't see anything else here. So either an S corporation, LLC, or partnership. Today I'm just going to use a corporation. We're going to go ahead and enter a tax ID number here. Once we enter that, it's going to take us through some questionnaires just to make sure we get the identity sort of verified. All right, so now that you go ahead and entered the information, you should see your corporate entity ID number, your business name up here. Just please make sure that matches your records. You definitely don't want to make a payment for somebody else's behalf. Put your first name and last name and click enter. This option, obviously the top one, that's going to cover the forms. Again, if you are a partnership or a LLC being taxed as a partnership, you're going to see the forms 1065. But most likely it's going to be the top one, so you want to click on the top one and just continue. And this is the tricky part. So now the payment type is the last one on the list. Again, PTE, which is pass-through entity elective tax, is being printed on the form 3893, and we'll go over that very soon. But essentially what you want to do is you want to click on that, and then you hit continue. This is going to be the second payment for tax year 2022. Again, the first payment was due back in June 15th, and the second installment, which is basically the other half, or whatever the remaining balance is going to be due by March 15th of 2023. So most of you are going to be on a calendar year tax basis. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your beginning period is January 1st, 2022, and then your ending is going to be December 31st, 2022. And the amount is going to be found over at your Canopy client portal. So what you want to do is, in a perfect world, you either have that voucher printed, or you have it on a second screen, or you can pull up on your phone, and then meanwhile you can do this on your computer, whatever works for you. If you want to have two screens, you can have it print out. Whatever it is, you will find the vouchers in your client portal under tax year 2022 with clear label with the form number and everything on there. So you should be able to and the voucher that needs with the exact payment in your client portal. And once you located that amount, you go ahead and enter the exact amount into the payment. The date, make sure you pay this by March 15th, so you can schedule it, ahead of time or whatever is convenient for you. If you have the funds now, just go ahead and pay it. But basically, you want to make sure that you go ahead and this payment has to be in by March 15th. So very, very important. If it's not paid in time, they are going to deny your election, and they're gonna disallow it basically. So please make sure you pay it by March 15th. Once all the data is there, make sure you hit continue. You want to make sure you put in your routing number, account number, re-enter your account number, whether you're paying out of your checking or your savings account, and that's all there is to it. So once you made that payment for 2022, you can either make a second payment for 2023, or you can log back in later and make that estimated payment later on. So in order for you to make your first 2023 payment, you basically have to follow the same steps. You just want to make sure you put in the correct date and you're all set. So all you do is, again, go back to the Franchise Tax Board's website, go to the main, in the middle of the page, pay, to make a payment, and then down here, click on bank account. Down here, you want to use the web pay. Entity type, we're just going to follow the same exact format just for ease of use. So basically, you enter all that information back in. So once you come to that screen, just hit continue. The top one is always probably the best choice. Form 100, 100S, and if you're a LLC or partnership being taxed differently, it's going to have the same, different form numbers, but same thing. You hit continue. And then down here, you're going to hit the pass-through entity elective tax, form 3893. You check that off, you hit continue. And this is the crucial part. So this is your estimated payment for 2023, or your first payment for tax year 2023. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you're clicking on the right date. So January 1st, 2023. And essentially it's going to be, again, most of our clients are going to be a calendar year basis, so it's going to be the same thing. January 1st, 2023, December 31st, 2023. And this dollar amount, again, what you want to do is pull it up either on your phone, or you want to have it up, print it out. You want to print that voucher, and you want to put that amount and the payment date. Again, any questions, concerns, please feel free to reach out. More than glad to help with any of these steps. So we always recommend people to make their own FTB account, just because it makes things so much easier. You're going to have all the information available if there's a notice, whether you need to pull transcripts, look up history of your payments you made. Everything is at your fingertip. So if you don't know how to make that, all you do is go to the California website, go to my FTB account, and down here you want to create an account. And by the way, we always recommend making obviously 2 separate accounts, one for your personal and one for your business, one for each entity that you own with the California Franchise Tax Board. If you have any questions or concerns, always feel free to reach out to us. More than glad to help you with any of these steps that were described on this video. Thanks.